Nobody lied to you. The world just never corrected the story you told yourself. The story where things were about to change, where next week was going to be different, where the version of you that you saw in your head was just around the corner. That story kept you comfortable, and comfortable men don't build anything. Here's what's actually happening. Every single morning, before you even touch the floor, there's a war already running. Not outside, inside. The alarm hits. One side says move. One side says 5 more minutes. And in that 5 seconds, you already chose which man you're going to be today. Most men lose that war before they even know they were in one. They go through the whole day thinking they'll catch up later. Later never comes. The day closes, and they lie down the same man they were when they woke up. That's not a bad day. That's a pattern. And patterns don't break themselves. There's a version of you, stronger, sharper, more locked in, that you keep seeing when you close your eyes. You've been seeing him for years. The problem isn't that he doesn't exist. The problem is you've been treating him like a destination instead of a decision. He doesn't appear when the timing is right. He doesn't show up when you finally feel ready. He gets built, brick by brick, morning by morning, in the hours nobody sees, in the moments where quitting was the easier option and you chose not to. That version of you is waiting, not patiently. Here's what nobody tells you about discipline. It doesn't feel like power in the beginning. It feels like just getting through it. Getting up when you're drained, doing the work when nothing is clicking, sitting down and grinding when every soft option is right there. Available, calling your name. That's the war, not a battlefield, not some cinematic moment. The boring, ugly, repetitive act of choosing hard, when easy is sitting right next to it. Motivation is a visitor. It shows up sometimes, fires you up, and leaves. Discipline lives there. It doesn't check the weather. It doesn't wait for the mood to be right. It just goes. The man who chases motivation will spend his whole life chasing it. The man who builds discipline becomes someone that motivation follows. You want to know what surrender actually looks like in real life? It doesn't look like collapse. It looks like one more episode, one more morning in bed, one more hard conversation pushed to tomorrow, one more day you told yourself you needed to rest first. It looks completely normal. That's why it's dangerous. Every small give compounds, and one day you look up and realize the tab got massive without a single dramatic moment to blame it on. The cost of not fighting isn't failure, it's the knowing. That quiet thing that lives inside a man who had more in him and chose not to use it. That thing doesn't argue with you. It just stays. Out of 100 men who say they want more, 80 are just present. Bodies in the room, minds somewhere comfortable. 9 are actually fighting. One has decided. The one who decided is different. Not louder, not more gifted. He just closed the exits. He made a call. This is who I am now. And the version of me that quits doesn't get a vote. That call doesn't come with a sign. Doesn't come with perfect conditions. It comes the moment you look at staying the same and decide the cost of that is higher than the cost of changing. The war is not one big moment. It's every morning you choose to show up when no one would have noticed if you didn't. It's 3 a.m. with every light on the block off. It's the session you did with nothing left in the tank. It's the year you gave everything, when the year before you gave excuses. That's what real confidence is built from. Not reading about it, not listening to someone else talk about it. A personal record of moments where you could have stopped and didn't. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can argue with it. You built it. Stack the days. Not a perfect life. Not a dramatic transformation in a week. Just today's decision. Then tomorrow's. Then the day after. One real year of going to war every single day. Build something you won't be able to explain. To the version of yourself sitting here right now. 2 years, people notice. 5 years. They can't explain you with any logic available to them. The math is simple. The execution is where everyone drops off. That's exactly where you need to stay. So let me ask you directly. What if for the next 6 months you gave everything? No halfway. No negotiating with weakness. No days where you let yourself off the hook without a real reason. What would the man at the end of those 6 months look like? Who would he be? Because that man exists. He's not a fantasy. He's you. On the other side of the war, you keep postponing. The question was never whether you're capable. The question is whether you're willing to pay for it daily. Stop waiting. Start stacking. The war is already running. The only question is, are you in it? Most men watch. Few fight. Which one are you? Subscribe and find out.